Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Denver, Colorado. We're at Indulge in Denver magazine. Basically, since 2010, they have been a magazine dedicated to indulging your senses. I'm here with the editor and publisher, Jennifer. First of all, Jennifer, let me ask you this. Why the need for such a magazine here in our great city?
Well, as long as we've been living in Denver, we've found it difficult to find just a single resource. You can find websites that tell you where to find great beer events, or websites that tell you where to find great wine events or great dining events, but we really wanted a resource that would just bring it all together. So Indulge in Denver is really designed to be a magazine for cooking, dining, beer, wine, and spirits enthusiasts in the Mile High City.
Wonderful. Let me ask you this. Obviously, we're a digital age right now. They can view things on a laptop, on a computer screen, even in the palm of their hand. Why is it, though, folks still love the printed page and love to feel it in their hands?
That is a really great question. I am one of those old school people that will probably never own a tablet. I really love the smell of a book. I love the smell of a bookstore, a library. I like to hold a book or a magazine in my hands and read it. I spend a tremendous amount of time online doing research, so I'm certainly very much of the computer age. And we also have a version that's available online, so people can subscribe to a free issue online, they can pick up the free magazine around town, or they can simply go to our website and read the magazine right now.
Wonderful. One of the things I love about a magazine is the fact that basically with the great photography you guys have in there, quite honestly, there isn't a topic that you don't cover that basically just jumps off the page.
Definitely. Well, that's one of the things that we wanted to do. It's definitely filled with eye candy. We wanted to make sure that people were inspired. And unlike most magazines that are filled with text on the cover telling you what the content is going to be, we really feel like if the pictures that are on the cover aren't enough to lure you inside, then you're probably not a foodie enough or a wine enthusiast or a beer enthusiast enough to be reading the magazine in the first place. So we really try to inspire people with the photography. You don't have to be a gourmet chef in order to be able to pick up the magazine and create the great recipes that we feature.
Excellent. Let me ask you this. So we're talking about the magazine itself. We're talking 4-color production every time, glossy. How often are you issuing these?
I'm sorry, the magazine comes out every other month, so we're 6 times a year, and we're getting ready to come out with our April-May issue.
Wonderful. You said locations throughout Denver Metro here. 850 plus locations. People can pick these up, and you said it's a free publication.
It is. We wanted to make sure that it was really easy to get information into people's hands. So last year alone there were over 230 new restaurants in Denver. The year before there were over 300 new restaurants in Denver. So even as a devoted enthusiast of cuisine in the Denver area, it's very hard to stay on top of all the great places to go and things to do. So we created Indulge in Denver so that people could have sort of an inside scoop on the great places, and it doesn't have to be fancy, high-end, fine dining restaurants. You can definitely indulge on a great burger or a great pizza and a craft beer just as easily as you can filet mignon and a nice red wine.
Let's break down some of these indulgences, if you will. When I think of indulging, I obviously think of eating out in a restaurant. Tell me what you have to offer us there for as far as dining, the dining directory.
Well, we have a dining directory, obviously, because we want to give people a nice, easy roadmap to find great restaurants in their area. So it's all broken out by type of cuisine as well as by area. We also have featured specialty dinners and events in every issue. So if you're looking for a winemaker's dinner or a tequila dinner, a whiskey dinner, or maybe a food and wine festival, we have a separate calendar that's just for those opportunities. And then in every issue we do a series of restaurant reviews. So those are definitely restaurants that we would recommend to our foodie friends. You know, they've passed the test. So
wonderful. Yeah, you're basically introducing us to some of the hot spots out there that you guys have done the footwork and found for us, which is great. Now let's take a look at somebody else that basically they love eating out, but they also love to indulge at home. What do you have for that at-home chef?
Oh, that's definitely where we shine. We have a Le Cordon Bleu chef, Chef Linda Locker, who does a recipe spread in every issue, and then we have a number of other guest chefs that come in and contribute recipes as well. So we want to make sure that people have an opportunity to create great food at home as well as to dine out and have delicious food.
What a great way to tap into the mind of some of these great chefs and some of your spice gurus out there that put the meals together.
Definitely. One of the things that we try to do is to bring local experts to the table, and we have a number of contributors. Savory Spice Shop contributes articles about spices to every issue, and we also have a number of stories that we do about local chefs. Oh, everything for the in-home chef.
Wonderful. Let me ask you this, quite honestly, as far as folks out there, a lot of times they love the recipes, but a lot of people need a little bit more. They like to get out and take some classes. Do you offer that as well?
We have a cooking class calendar that's in every issue. It's a 2-page calendar, and in fact, on our website, that's one of the pages that is hit more than any other than read the current issue. It's the cooking class pages that are
no problem.
That people are trying to find out about. So we have everything from date night classes where you can come with your sweetheart and learn how to create a great meal and then sit down with a glass of wine and enjoy the meal that you've just prepared in the class. And so we cover a lot of different regional cuisines. There's definitely cooking classes for people that are looking for vegetarian or vegan or gluten-free options as well.
Wow, and so basically when we've enjoyed the indulging of eating out or eating at home, obviously we're going to toast the town. You've got us covered there as well, be it a glass of wine or a beer. Tell me about it.
So we go to a number of different events around town and a number of different destinations. So we're always looking for a great wine bar, a great new craft brewery, as well as other venues that offer wine tasting.
Do you have anybody that's actually on as a wine sommelier, that kind of wine pairing maybe?
Definitely. We actually use a rotating list of local sommeliers to do wine recommendations in every issue. So they tend to be people that are wine experts that own liquor stores, wine specialty boutiques. And so we sort of rotate around to a variety of different local sommeliers to do wine recommendations. And they focus in on wine pairings. You know, what is this particular wine going to be best with? Is this going to be something to go with fish or something? Sometimes we even get into the more obscure things. What wine would you pair with a tofurkey for Thanksgiving if you happen to be a vegetarian and you're not going to be drinking maybe a traditional wine along with a turkey or a ham dinner. So
I'm starting to see, like you said, there is a lot to do here and a lot to keep apprised of, even as the professionals yourselves are out doing it. Basically, it'd be impossible for somebody to go out and find it all. Like you said, a lot of the places are here in Denver. They're hot spots. You're going to introduce us some new restaurants. But like you said, you're also going to help us fill up our calendar. Are we able to go to the site there and fill up the calendar with a lot of the events, special dinners, and stuff like that as well?
Absolutely. You can go directly online to our website and you can pull up the cooking class calendar, upcoming beer tastings calendar, our beer, wine, and spirits tastings calendar, specialty dinners and events. So you can definitely fill up probably almost every day of your calendar each month with things that are contained in the magazine. That's really one of the motivations for the magazine, is to make sure that people know where and when can I go out and find delicious things in the Denver area.
So quite honestly, anyone who's passionate about food, libations, you name it, they're going to appreciate this magazine. Like we said, the magazine's great. You hold it in your hands. You can pick it up anywhere out there. What about online? Because we do love to see it. Like you said, you can actually get it online.
Definitely. I think that one of the things we wanted to make sure of was that when you've read the magazine and you put it down, now you're out with your friends a week or two later and everybody says, hey, where do you guys want to go for dinner? That you have the opportunity to just bring it up on your smartphone or whatever device you might have with you to find out what was the name of that great new Italian restaurant that we sell in Indulge, or what's a great restaurant in our neighborhood where we can go. So definitely. And all you have to do is go to our website, www.indulgeindenver.com, and you can pull it up immediately.
Matter of fact, I was just going to say that. Wonderful. At the bottom of the screen right there, you're going to see their website and contact information. On the website, you can take a look at their calendar, which will basically help fill up your calendar of great things to do in this city of ours of Denver. You can also check out the classes that are available out there, and any of the subscriptions, even past subscriptions, not only the current one, you can actually click on, check it out, and get caught up into the world that they've created here since 2010. Speaking of online, basically people out there, they're workaholics. They really need to slow down and indulge every once in a while, and I think you are basically trying to tap into those folks and let them appreciate Denver.
Not only that, but we want to make sure that people find maybe destinations that you wouldn't necessarily be willing to understand. We have found some fantastic restaurants in Denver that are hidden in very average-looking strip malls. And you walk through the front door and you've been transported to Italy, or you've been transported to somewhere in the Orient, and all of a sudden you're having this incredible fine dining experience in a very unexpected place. So we really wanted to make sure that not just the hot spots are featured, but lots of great businesses that you might not otherwise stumble upon. You might not have read about them in another publication or elsewhere on the web. So all kinds of gourmet destinations, not just restaurants, we want to feature.
We're talking about the hidden hotspots, folks. You have some of the best in your back pocket or in your briefcase there to pull out, read, and take a look at. Remember, their website information is right there on the bottom of the screen. You can check it out, 850 locations to basically pick up this magazine at. But if you're at home and you want a subscription, check out the website. You can click right there. They'll make sure they get it over to you. Remember, their website information is right there on the bottom of the screen. You can check it out, 850 locations to basically pick up this magazine at. But if you're at home and you want a subscription, check out the website. You can click right there. They'll make sure they get it over to you. And obviously, online is available all the time. Basically, you work hard, so take a little bit of time to indulge. This is Gary Atensu with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.